All right. Oh, there's one more. I knew if I delayed long enough. Good morning, Leon. Happy Monday, everybody. The 8th. Football season is officially over, so there's no more complaining about weekend extravaganzas for that genre of the world. Anyhow, we gotta get to work. Remember the core and more series last week? We had the core and more, a lot more invasive. You had the 3 different or similar 300 movement core and more, so you had 900 movements on those. We had that pushing upper body, lower body last Monday. We had the pulling upper body, lower body on Wednesday. You had the 2 movement exercises with your components of fitness and strength. Today we have a different core and more, but similar idea. Core and more start, not quite as invasive, but again, we're using that as our warm-up workout circuit. And then today we're going to focus on chest with our things, and then Wednesday will be right back in our things. And then Friday we have a little treat. You'll see why soon. Anyhow, let's get to work. Core and more. Let's start with those plank slides, or you can call them plate slides. You can vary the name as you wish. You need something to slide, preferably not roll. But again, if you don't have the tools, cool. You can either be in high plank position or you can be in low plank position. Benefits of high plank: it's not as hard to reach across your body. It's still good for you. And the ultimate benefits of low plank is that your body is going to work harder to be in the position. So technically it is harder, and it's a little bit more mobility at your shoulder joint. When you're ready, 30 total plank slides or plate slides. You won't do them again today. And we're gonna pop off the ground for 2 of our movements. So part warm-up workout circuit, here we go. 30 total plate slides. Again, you're gonna see both positions. That low plank position, your body will always work harder to be in a low plank position. And it's going to be more mobility of your shoulder joints. It's going to be harder. Now, I'm not saying that high plank is bad for you. Your body doesn't have to work quite as hard. So if you're able to increase load, either physical weight or time, you can also play with the balance of the exercise. Wider hands, feet, less balance needed, right? Narrower hands and feet. You got to work a little harder to stay in that position. So totally play with your hands and feet when you do your 30 total plate slides, which is 15 each side. But again, play with your hands, play with your feet. If it feels too easy, narrow your position and or increase the physical load or time under tension. 30 total plate slides. You'll start your workout today with them, and you'll start your workout on Wednesday with them. We'll talk about Friday. When you get done, 10 regular squats. Regular in our world means your feet are shoulder width apart, right? So your toes are just ever so slightly angled out. Your hips lead the way. Your glutes should always turn on. Eyes, you're looking out in front of you. Don't look down. Don't look up. And that word thighs, reminder, it's a leg exercise, not a back exercise. Again, I want to be a little bit ahead of you. 30 total plate slides or plank slides, whatever you want to call them. And then 10 regular squats. Slow, and I will use the word low on a Monday morning. Get that booty back, get that booty down. Slow and low. 10 regular squats and 10 stationary reverse lunges. So a little bit more of our warm-up components on this circuit, but we have our core and more that we started doing last week. 10 regular squats and 10 stationary reverse lunges. The front leg is always the working leg. The front leg is not always the moving leg as you do your 10 regular squats and then your 10 stationary reverse lunges. Remember, I want to be a little bit ahead of you on this stuff. When you get done these things before, you're gonna be on your Russian twist. Like your plate slides or plank slides, you got that nice good load. If you do the big and slow and you touch the ground, it's gonna be reps. If you don't do the big and slow, if that's okay, you don't touch the ground, it's gonna be revolutions. So touching is 1, touching is 2. If you don't touch, it's revolutions. Chris, where are my feet? Chris, can I have my feet on the ground? No! Feet off the ground, hands oppose your legs, legs oppose your hands, your up body rotates your lower body is deviating from your upper body. Notice I didn't say rotation. Upper body rotates on your lower body. 30 total Russian twists. Slowly, you won't do them again today. After your 30 total reps, you've got 10 sit-ups and 10 scissors. When you get done, sit-ups, right? You got your legs straight, you got knees bent. You don't have to stay on the ground from your Russian twist, but it's just easier to stay there for a second. So yes, you can lay on anything on your sit-up. 10 sit-ups, play around with your feet and your body, and then 10 scissors. Remember, the circuit's called Core and More. We have the plate slides to go with our leg exercises, Russian twist, come with your ab core exercises, breathe and focus. 10 sit-ups and 10 scissors. Yes. Breathe and work. Breathe and work. Now we're not going to go fast. I want to be a little bit ahead of you. After your 10 sit-ups and your 10 scissors, you're going to be in your plank position again, and you're going to do your swimmers. Now, if you despise doing plank swimmers, you can clearly do your prone regular swimmers, right? Either hands and knees or laying on your stomach. Last week, we had the rotational planks and the plank taps. Today, we have the plate slides or plank slides, and then you're going to have your swimmers. Either high plank position, hands and toes. Again, your body doesn't work as hard in a high plank, but you do have more balance on a high plank. You could play with your hand width and feet width. So high plank or low plank. Again, you're going to have a little more mobility on a low plank. Your body's going to work a little harder on a low plank when you do your plank swimmers. Again, hands and toes or elbows and toes, high plank or low plank. Both positions have their benefits. 30 total plank swimmers. Take your time. You'll then be off the ground for your 10 wide squats and your 10 alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. You can take your time. In our Core and More series on your warm-up workout circuit, a little more of your warm-up components that you're used to. Again, 30 plank swimmers, and then 10 wide squat, and 10 alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. Not your first time hearing those words, and we're not in a hurry. Plank swimmers can take a while. Balance, coordination, load, core activation, high plank, low plank. 10 wide squats, and then 10 alternating scissors, stiff-legged deadlifts. Breathe, focus, work. Happy Monday. Turning that brain and body on. 10 wide squats, 10 alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. Core and More, those muscles that touch your spine are your core muscles. The nice thing is you can combo a lot of things with Core and More. Legs are a great combo as long as there's not too much load. physical weight. Abs, again, a great combo, but you're gonna easily activate your abs. You can easily activate your abs after core. After your 10 wide squats and your 10 alternating stiff-legged deadlifts, we're gonna do horizontal scissors. You don't have to be on the ground if you don't want to be on the ground, but horizontal scissors, slow and big and wide. A lot of times when I see these little crisscross things. Well, my analogy is when you're cutting a piece of paper, do you cut little or do you cut big? Everybody's different. The little cut, again, if you're wrapping myself a birthday present, a Christmas present, you barely even use it with that thin paper. You just kind of, bad analogy, but think about big old scissors cutting the thing you want to cut on your horizontal scissors, the big, slow, wide, 30. That'd be 30 total movements as long as they're bigger, Tom, per the conversation I literally was just having with you. Big and slow, not these little tiny things, big and slow. A little hip mobility. I don't want to say flexibility, hip activation. Your hips are going to turn on, those hip muscles. After your 30 total horizontal scissors, you're then going to lay on the ground for your 10 slow reverse crunches and your 10 slow runners. Ah, yes. Core and more. Breathing, focusing. 10 horizontal scissors, 10 reverse crunches, and then 10 runners. Breathe. Focus. Nice. Turn that body on. Turn that body on. We're going to do the one more round. It's going to be the elevator planks. We have the plank slides or plate slides. You have the Russian twists. We're going to do these on Wednesday. You have the plank swimmers. And here we're on the plank, what do we do there? Sorry, the horizontal scissors, right? And now here we're on the last one, elevator planks. High plank to low plank. You're on the elbows and toes without creating momentum, without shifting your body. 30 total movements. If you do them super slow, I will let you count it as 1 and 2. If you do them quickly, it's revolutions, which has kind of been a theme the last couple months. When you're able to do things quickly and it's not too challenging, it's revolutions. When you slow things down with something like this, it's reps. Mix up your lead arm occasionally. Do a couple on the right and then do a couple on the left. That way you really feel the difference when you switch your leading arm. 30 total movements. If you do it slow, you can count the up as 1 and the down as 2 because of time under tension. If you do them quickly because you're stubborn, up and down, then you're going to count revolutions because there's less time under tension. Okay, 30 total elevator planks. And you're going to have your 10 narrow squats and your 10 stationary forward lunges. And that will be the warm-up workout. Core and more. Similar but different on Wednesday. Breathe and focus. Again, when you get to them, you got your 10 narrow squats. Your feet are narrower than your regular squats. Your feet are inside the width of your hips. Hips are moving, glutes are turning on. Posture with your eyes and thighs. Think about those legs are working more than your back. And then 10 stationary forward lunges. Breathe and focus. 10 total alternating stationary forward lunges. Again, nice little warm-up workout routine. We hit some of those warm-up components with our legs between the regular squat, wide squat, narrow squats, stationary versus lunge, stiff-legged deadlifts. stationary forward lunges there. We had our sit-ups and our scissors and reverse crunches and our runners. And you had the 5 different 30s, so you had 150 total on the cores. The first circuit, as you're finishing that off and cleaning up your space, the first circuit is going to be chest pulling, triceps pushing, that's the intent, and then a right leg exercise. Later on, we'll do chest pushing, biceps pulling, and we'll do our left leg exercise. So get your space ready. You can lay on the ground, you can lay on a ball, you can lay on a bench for your chest pulling. Your chest pulling is going to be 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. You can ask Rob about his pyramid right now. We have a pyramid of chest pulling, and your triceps pushing are going to be 25 down by 5. So you do have lots of numbers there. And then your right leg is always going to be 20. And of course, I'll be changing your right leg. Are you ready? Lay on something for your chest flies, unless you have a cable fly machine. You don't have to lay on anything. 10 slow, wide chest flies, pulling exercise. Round 1, you'll have 25 triceps. I'll let you pick and choose your triceps, and we'll talk about that here in a second. 10 slow, wide chest flies. When you do chest flies, those shoulder blades really, really, really need to start the motion. Your shoulder blades cause the width of the exercise. It's not that you just go wide, it's that your shoulder blades cause that wide. It's a safe position when your shoulder blades get it going. 10 flies, triceps. Remember, they can be any, and you can think about the proximity of the exercise. You're going to lay on something on your flies. You're going to eventually be up on your right leg, so you can do things on the ground or not. 25 triceps after your 10 chest flies. You got narrow push-ups. You've got dips. You've got kickbacks. You've got overheads. You've got skull crushers. There's different tools in different positions when you do your pushing exercises. Triceps, 25. You got dips, you got kickbacks, skull crushers, overheads. Mix them up as you wish. Narrow push-ups, skull crusher push-ups if you have that position or tool. TRX, skull crusher push-ups, bar, skull crusher push-ups, laying on something, skull crushers as the exercise, right? 25 triceps. Remember, round 1 and 2 are normally a little bit slow on our circuits, and then we're able to turn it up a little bit with pace. And technically, all of our workouts are high pace. Technically, it may not feel like that, which means you're not resting. Hold one weight so you can rest your hands a little bit. You're going to want to mix up your hands in the circuit. Set 1, we're warm and ready. Right leg not moving. Stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. Preeti, do you remember why we do the knee drive? Oh, Chris, yes I do. It's because we want to keep our right glute activated. We're going to have a balance component, and we're going to have a left anterior hip component. Right leg not moving, stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. The knee drive isn't to be mean. The knee drive is to keep things activated and activating more things and challenging the exercise. You can hold the weight in your right hand. You can hold the weight in your left hand. You can hold the weight in both hands. Mix up your hands because you're going to need them today on our 2 chest circuits, triceps, biceps, right leg, left leg, yada, 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 yada. Round 1 was your 10 chest flies, 25 triceps, and then right leg not moving, stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. Round 2, I don't mind if you push your pace. I don't mind if you adjust your tempo. I do want you to have load, either physical weight or time under tension. Round 2, 20 chest flies is more. 20 triceps is a little bit less. And then right leg stationary forward lunge is different. 20 chest flies. Why do we do pyramids, Julie? Oh, Chris, I know the answer. Pyramids are all about load and motion maintenance. Can you maintain your load and motion on the way up the pyramid? Clearly, there's going to be adjustments based on the weight you started with. And then can you increase your load and motion on the way down the pyramid? And of course, if you're at the gym, we're really referring to physical load because I can change that. You have a lot more options. But at home, time under tension is part of that load equation. And my #1 rule is you never lose motion. So if you sacrifice your motion so you can get your higher reps, that would be an error on a Monday morning. Round 2, 20 chest flies and 20 triceps. The only round will be the same numbers. And of course, your right leg stationary forward lunges will also be 20. It's a 60 rep round. Time under tension, let's just round up. 3 seconds per rep because flies take longer. Your triceps are gonna burn and your right leg you're gonna focus. That's 180 seconds just on one round alone. 3 minutes on just one round. Round 2, 20 chest flies, big, slow, wide. 20 triceps dips, kickbacks, overheads. There should be a little bit of a burn happening on this round 2. And again, you want to mix up your hand. Bye, Rob. Have a good day. Mix up your hand, either right hand or left hand or both hands, as you do right leg stationary forward lunge, step, load, push yourself back. Again, if it's right arm, right leg, that's super loading. Right side is loaded upper, right side is loaded lower, and you're focused. If it's left arm, right leg, that is your bilateral load or cross balance, so you can unintentionally or intentionally mix things up. Whereas your left side upper is loaded, your right side lower is loaded. Most people would feel that would be easier. And you can hold the weight in both hands too, but I prefer you holding just the one weight so your hands can relax a little bit. Just a little bit. Round 2, 20 chest flies. 20 on your tricep. Right leg stationary forward lunge. Your right leg is stepping forward and you'll push. Other right leg, Tom. You had it right the first time. Right leg is stepping forward. Push yourself back. Again, there's no rush. Always going to be a little bit ahead of you. Remember, you're doing all the work. I try to do some with you so you have a similar pace and tempo. When we get there, round 3 is the peak of the pyramid, and it'll also be technically the longest round, right? You'll have done your 30 chest flies, so it's more. You'll have done your 15 triceps, although it's a little bit less, not a lot less. And then the right leg stiff-legged is one of the longest motions in our strength training routine. So technically it's gonna be the longest round. You got your 30 chest flies, big, slow, wide, 15 triceps, and then right leg stiff-legged deadlifts. I want to be a little bit ahead of you, not a lot of it ahead of you. When you are laying on something on your chest flies, surface area is a big factor. Huh? Well, my shoulder blades need to move a lot. Laying on the ground is a lot of surface area, but you're also used to it. Believe it or not, when people lay on a ball, although good for you, people tend to really struggle moving those shoulder blades. So really, really, really focus on those shoulder blades leading the way. Shoulder blades cause the width of the exercise. Breathe and focus on your 30 chest flies. Round 3. Again, pace feels low because of the tempo of the exercises, but pace can actually be high because you're not resting. Tempo will be low because the chest fly pulling takes a little bit longer. The triceps don't take quite as long, and we're going through this routine, getting all the right legs done. Round 3, 30 chest flies, 15 on your triceps pushing, and then it'll be a right leg balancing, stiff-legged deadlift. Trying to be a little ahead of you. Chest flies. At 30 flies, one of the slower, longer movements, right? Flies, lat pullovers, stiff-legged deadlifts, windshield wipers. They are all longer, lengthening components. So 30 flies. It's almost like a minute and a half worth of flies. Don't go faster thinking we're supposed to go faster. 30 chest flies. Shoulder blades cause the width of the exercise. Minimal hands, minimal arms, and you're going to pull with your chest and breathe. 30 flies, 15 triceps, dips, kickbacks, overhead, skull crushers. You might feel like you get a little rhythm back when you get those 15 triceps on, and then you'll be on your right leg, stiff-legged deadlifts. Again, it can be right the whole time, right arm, right leg. It can be left, right with your left arm, right leg. And it can be both hands to your right leg. But again, the intent is that you're holding that one weight. You can either intentionally mix it up with your super loading, same arm, same leg, bilateral loading, opposite arm, opposite leg, or balanced loading with both hands to the one leg. 20 right leg balancing, stiff-legged deadlifts. Remember, they are not called straight-legged deadlifts. Stiff-legged deadlifts. Again, it feels slow because of what we're doing. Take your time. Get a nice good core and more circuit to start things off today. 5 different 50-ish rounds, so it's 250 core and more. A little different than last week. We have 100 total on the right leg coming up in this circuit. Clearly a left leg circuit too. Round 3, again, just so you hear it, 30 chest flies, 15 triceps, 20 right leg balancing, stiff-legged deadlifts. Round 4, again, we're almost done. Round 4, you're gonna notice a change in tempo because it's 20 flies, so you're gonna get to go down a little bit. Doesn't mean you get to go faster. 10 triceps, we're getting down there, and then right leg stationary lateral lunges, which is a pushing exercise. We still need to be mindful. Remember the rules or the thoughts of a pyramid. Maintain load and motion on the way up the pyramid and increasing load and motion on the way down the pyramid. That's the ultimate idea to a pyramid. 20 chest flies, 10 on your triceps, and then you're going to have your 20 right leg stationary lateral lunges. You're laying on something big, slow, wide. Shoulder blades lead the way. Arms and hands along for the ride. Chest pulling exercise. Today we have the chest pull with our triceps. Later on the chest push with our biceps. Working. 20 flies, 10 triceps. You got your dips. You got your kickbacks. You can mix them up, right? Skull crushers. Try to be efficient though. As the reps decrease, don't pick an easier one. Pick a slower, harder, heavier one. Because it wouldn't make sense to make it easier as the reps go down. Right, Leon and Sunshine? We don't decrease weight and decrease reps. I mean, maybe you do, but we try not to. Round 4, you're on the 20 fly, the 10 triceps, and then when you get to the right leg stationary lateral lunge, step, load, and push yourself back. Left hand would be easily down in the middle. Right hand, I still want it to be in the middle. You can go outside. Just be mindful. I know it sounds corny, but getting out there, people tend to shift more than if they keep the weight in and centered. You can almost be like a stationary lateral squat per se, but you got your right leg stationary lateral lunge. Tom, over your triceps. You have your 10 triceps. Tom, are you awake this morning? 10 on the triceps, and then 20 right leg stationary lateral lunge. Step, load, L-O-A-D, push yourself back. You're stepping with the right leg, you're loading the right leg, you're pushing yourself back with the right leg, and then maybe the weight is in your right hand in the middle, or left hand in the middle, or both hands in the middle, or up, but you're stepping, loading, pushing yourself back. Round 4 is the 20 stationary lateral lunge. Round 5, now it's gonna feel quick, right? Round 5, 10 flies, slow and wide. We did it earlier on round 1. Only 5 triceps, the least you'll do on those triceps. And you have 1 more right leg, which we're gonna be on the ground for a single leg, right leg hip bridge. We could do other things, but I thought a little right leg hip bridge to finish off the circuit would be nice. Plus that'll kind of go with the 1 set of abs we're gonna do in the middle, just 1 set. We didn't do many abs last week except for Friday's workout, but again, it still wasn't a ton. Round 5, 10 slow wide flies. You've got your 5 on your triceps, and then you're gonna be on the ground, right? Right leg, single leg hip bridge for 20. That'll end the circuit. We'll do 1 quick ab just to separate for a second, and we'll get that other circuit on. I know it feels slow, trust me, well aware. Lay on something big, slow, wide, 10 flies. Your 5 triceps. Pick something slow, hard, heavy, safe by all means, but it's only 5 on the flies. Sorry, 10 flies, 5 on the tries. Again, I don't do skull crushers very much, I just want you to see it so you don't have to get off the ground. Skull crushers, exercise. There's also skull crusher push-ups, position and exercise. Dips, kickbacks, overheads, only 5. And then the right leg, single leg hip bridge. You could do it focused on the right leg, whether your hips are heavier. Remember, you can add weight on your hips, whether your foot is higher. Again, that's up to you. I personally like to have my left leg crossed over my right leg. Personally, it helps me focus on the right leg. But you will see people in a pistol position, which is fine. For me, I lose motion at my hips. My left hip gets too engaged, and I lose the motion at my hips. So everybody's different. 20, right leg, single leg hip bridge. Remember the rules of hip bridge. When your legs are relaxed, your butt's gonna go up and down, you're gonna get more glutes. When your legs get tight, your calves, your hammies, your quads, all the things, you're not gonna get the hips and the glutes. When your left hip is somewhat relaxed, you might get more motion. 20, right leg hip bridge. And then don't wait for me. You've got 50 abs in the middle. You can do any abs, sit-ups, toe touches, reverse crunches, V-ups, slow on scissors and runners. 50 abs, please. I drank too much water this morning. I'm gonna go tinkle, I'll be right back. 50 abs, please. I got it. Oh, sure. I can't help you with that. I'll take it on the next time. I'll take it on the next time. But you don't want that. Yes, I'm touting my own words. I'm going to get my gallon of water a day on. I figured I'd front load it. So I probably had about a quarter of the gallon this morning already. Alrighty, here we are, round circuit 2. Thank you. Circuit 2, chest pushing. Now you can do TRX chest presses, you can do push-ups on the ground, you got bars and dumbbells and chest pushing, and that'll be your pyramid this circuit just to keep it mentally easy, right? That'll be your pyramid of 10, 20, 30, 20, 10 on your chest pushing. Your biceps, 25 down by 5, right? Super simple. You know me, and we get really themed based. Once you kind of know what to do, let's go do it. It doesn't mean I want you going faster, however, time is of the essence. 10 chest pushing, lay on something for chest presses, hands on something for push-ups, 10 chest pushing, 25 biceps, and then your left leg not moving, stationary, reverse lunge with the knee drive. So unfortunately, it's gonna be, it will be a little bit short of a circuit. However, unfortunately, we need to repeat all those things. 10 chest pushing. The benefit, it's not quite as long as chest pulling. You've got your 25 biceps. Keep it simple. Hammer curls, hammer curl with a twist, open wides. Those are dumbbells, right? You got TRX biceps, bar biceps, cable biceps, plates and kettlebells, whatever tool you're holding or tools. 25 biceps. Human nature says when you know what to do, you go a little quicker. So I don't mind a little adjusted tempo. I don't mind a little bit. I don't mind a higher pace. Make sure you focus on load, physical weight or time under tension. Chest pushing is going to be your pyramid, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. Biceps pulling, 25 down by 5. Round 1, left leg not moving, stationary, reverse lunge with a knee drive. Mixing up your hands. Again, the intent is you subtly mix up weight distribution exercises. Left arm, left leg is unilateral load, aka super loading. Right arm, left leg is bilateral load. You cross balance, both hands. You don't have to worry about that. Weight under chin though, the core would turn on a smidge more. Round one was your 10 chest pushes, 25 biceps. Sorry, hiccups. Left leg not moving, stationary, reverse lunge with a knee drive. Round two, again, I don't mind a little bit of tempo. I don't mind a little bit of pace. Round two is your 20 chest pushes, 20 on your biceps, and 20 left leg stepping forward, stationary forward lunges. Now, push-ups are great. You probably have become a push-up pro the last 10 plus months. Laying on things, again, are great. Laying on the ground is not that it's bad. You do lose motion, so you need to focus on pushing with your pecs. Laying on a bench, laying on a ball, you should get more motion, so let there be more motion. But again, I'm not saying laying on the ground is bad. You just have to really focus on pushing with your pecs. Round two, 20 chest presses. You are gonna burn a little more of this circuit because you're pushing big muscles are gonna be the pyramid. Earlier, the pulling, again, I know it wasn't easy, but you fatigue the triceps, give you the burn, give you the rhythm. This circuit should burn more. Round two, 20 chest presses, 20 on your biceps, and then your left leg stepping forward on your stationary forward lunge. Everybody's gonna be in a different spot, right? Maybe you have light weights, maybe you have heavy weights. Maybe you have lots of room to work in. Maybe you don't have very much room to work in. Monday, maybe you're super pumped for today, or not really 100%. Left leg stepping forward on round two, stationary forward lunge. Mix up your hands. A little work. A lot of focus. Pyramids. Maintain motion load on the way up the pyramid. Maintain increased motion on the way down the pyramid. Pushing exercises will always burn more than pulling exercises. Pulling exercises have a longer lengthening component. Pushing exercises bind quicker, hence the burn. So you're gonna have a little more rhythm this circuit. You're gonna kind of know what to do, and I want you to go get it done safely and effectively. Round two is your 20 chest push. You had your 20 on your bicep curl. You have your 20 on the left leg stepping forward, stationary forward lunge. Work, work, work. Here we go, home stretch. Although it's the peak of the pyramid, the light on in the tunnel is turned on. Round three, 30 on your chest push, 15 on your biceps pulling. You got your left leg stiff-legged deadlifts. Remember, math alone says it's probably going to be about a 3-minute round. Doesn't mean I want you going faster, but we are almost done. At the end of the workout, we have another option of doing 50 more abs if you want to. Again, it was just to separate from that circuit for a second. Give you a little stimulation there. All right, round three. When you're there, you don't have to be there. You're at 30 chest pushes. Maybe you mix up the tool that you're laying on, ground, ball, bench. Maybe you mix up how you're doing your push-ups. You've got open, right? You get those hands open. You got your neutral push-ups. You can angle your hands. You got different tools. You can do incline push-ups. Easier, hands are on something. You can do decline push-ups. Harder, your feet are on something. You can mix up push-ups quite a bit. And of course, every year I see it. People will go through push-up challenges in the office or buddies or whatever it is. Push-ups are great. Be mindful that you need to have mobile shoulder blades, mobile shoulders, or next thing you know, you have a mobility and a flexibility issue. I'm going to exaggerate, and the shoulders start popping forward. Not good. So make sure you are mobile shoulder blades, shoulders. Round 3, 30 chest press, 15 bicep curls, left leg balancing, stiff-legged deadlifts. Nice. Keep it, go. It's Monday, almost done. Core and more, different series this week. Today is chest primary. You got some bis and tris, and you got your right leg and your left leg, a little bit of abs in there. Wednesday will be back primary. You have your shoulders pushing, shoulders pulling, so technically back and shoulders. Round 3, 30 chest press, 15 bicep curls, left leg balancing, stiff-legged deadlifts. Mix up your hands, right? Right arm, left leg, left arm, left leg, both hands, both arms, left leg. 20 left leg, stiff-legged deadlifts. A little pace, a little intensity, a little focus. Tempo probably increase the tiny bit. Pace probably increase a tiny bit. You know what to do. As we go down the pyramid now, the next couple minutes, make sure you increase load and motion. Focus on maintaining your load and motion. Round 4 is 20 on your chest push, 10 on your biceps, left leg stationary lateral lunge. And again, you only have the one more round to go with that optional 50 more abs to finish off your day. We haven't done that many abs lately, but it's more of a stimulation, a little movement. Again, mix up those push-ups. Holding dumbbells will help the wrist a little bit. Play with the hand positions for stimulation of your muscles. Hands higher incline, hands lower decline. If you ever get bored of a movement, always ask. There's lots of little changes you can make. Laying on the ground with a plate, you can do plate presses. Hardest thing in the world? No, but feelable, doable, and pushing? Yes. Round 4, 20 chest push, 10 on your biceps. Left leg, stationary, lateral lunge. Again, I dabble just so you see all the motions. Just so you hear it. Everybody's in different spots. Maybe you're motivated to get done. Round 4 is 20 chest pushing, 10 on your biceps, 20 left leg stationary lateral lunges. And when you get to that last round, remember it's okay to be a little bit ahead of me, but I hope it's with pace. Round 5 is a 10 chest push, the 5 on your biceps, the left leg single leg hip bridge. Based on time, it might need to be done. If you have extra credit on your mind, do 50 more abs. Chest push, 10 biceps, 20 left leg lateral lunge. I'm not saying go faster. I want to make sure I fit the bill on everybody's pace and tempo and focus. Steady, thorough. These workouts always feel mentally slow, even though you technically could never ever rest. Just bigger, slower motions. Round forward, so here one more time, 20 chest press, 10 biceps, 20 left leg lateral lunge, step, load, and push yourself back. Round 5, 10 chest press, 5 bicep curls, 20 left leg hip bridges. If you gotta go, you gotta go. If you want extra credit, do 50 more abs. Just maintain, increase load and motion. Maintain that fire, intensity, focus. Last round, 10 chest, 5 biceps, left hip bridge, 20. Remember, I chose this so you can focus on a lot of hip motion, your glute, your hammy, your core activation. The single leg hip bridge, I'm not gonna say it's better than the other ones, but it's a great way to play with your feet so you relax your legs, so you get that mobile hip, and you get your hamstrings and your glutes. You pulled on your stationary reverse lunge. You pushed on your stationary forward lunge. You pulled on your stiff-legged deadlift. You pushed on your lateral lunge. You can kind of asterisk that one though. And then you pulled on your hip bridge. Again, if you have time at the end, do 50 more abs. If you don't have time at the end, that's okay. But remember my number 5 rules, right? I have all these rules for you guys. When you get done with the workout, it's the best time to put something good in your body. Hydration, nutrition. If you're even taking supplements, put it in your body will absorb it now. Your body will respond to whatever you're trying to do to it now. Stretching, light cardio, foam rolling, hydration, nutrition. Happy Monday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I know you're not done yet, but finish strong.